Xenosystems Fragments. Rift Markers. Nickland. Narrated by Skeptical Waves. The commentator going by the tag Saddam Hussein's whirling aluminium tubes has produced some of the most brilliant criticism this blog has been subjected to. Arguing against the techno-commercial strain of NRX from a hardline paleo-reactionary standpoint, his contribution to this thread is the high-water mark of his engagement here. That, even at the climax of the assault, outside and is unable to decline the diagnosis offered, with the exception of only the very slightest, marginal reservations, is a fact that attests to the lucidity of his vision. Some minute editorial adjustments have been made for consistency. The original can be checked at the link provided. Schwat writes. Admin's analogy of techno-commercialism to the colonial government structures in the time of the East India Company is absolutely correct, and it provides a decisive clarification. This is like that time when one group stayed in Europe while the other group went and made their fortune in the New World. Reaction, stable order, as a value, if not a practical effect, hereditary position. Techno-commercialism, disintegrative competition, dynamism. Reaction, conservatism, tradition, the old ways. Techno-commercialism, disintegrative competition, innovation. Reaction, personal authority, sacral kingship, hereditary privileges. Techno-commercialism, corporate government, leaning towards the oligarchical, dynamic composition of the oligarchy, based on corporate politics and social Darwinism. Reaction, cyclical history, Kali Yuga. Techno-commercialism, linear history, progress towards the singularity. Reaction, focus on the old country, the old people, saving the West. Techno-commercialism, abandoning the old, colonizing new spaces, both in the East and, you hope, in space. Reaction, traditional social order, community, belonging, sense of place and rootedness, caste. Techno-commercialism, modern social dynamism, freedom, meritocracy, rootlessness, atomization, social Darwinism, a questionable future for certain social classes. Reaction, conservatively communitarian. Techno-commercialism, radically individualist. Reaction, identitarian. Techno-commercialism, cosmopolitan. Reaction, claims to end politics, ends up with Byzantine, Ottoman politics. Techno-commercialism, claims to end politics, ends up with corporate politics. Reaction, martial. Techno-commercialism, mercantile, post-martial, drones greater than kshatriyas. Reaction, disdainful of crass mercantile endeavors. Techno-commercialism, see mercantile endeavors as primary. Reaction, fails without good leaders. Techno-commercialism, focus on innovative governmental structures, so that people won't need to be good. Reaction, conservative, want things to stay the same or go backwards. Techno-commercialism, disintegrative, dynamic, wants things to change constantly, forward. Reaction, regular, caged capitalism, which to the ultra-capitalist is socialism. Techno-commercialism, ultra-capitalism. Reaction, religious. Techno-commercialism, wants to summon a machine god. Reaction, about finding a way for humans to live spiritually fulfilling lives and then die and make a place for their children. Techno-commercialism, about finding a way to summon a machine god to end humanity and or about finding a way to live forever. Very few children. Reaction, would require the creation of a new, legitimate, martial elite or the co-opting of someone like Putin, horrifying to techno-commercialists. Techno-commercialism, seeks to co-opt the current progressive merchant elite and put someone like Google Guy in charge, horrifying to reactionaries. Reaction, romantic lost cause. Techno-commercialism, disturbingly plausible, in the sense that somebody like Google Guy was probably going to end up on top anyway, and he might listen to those who flatter him. So, I've got good news and bad news. The good news is that, you techno-commercialists will, probably get a lot of what you want in the future. The bad news is that you're not reactionaries, not even a little bit. You're classical liberals, it was just a little bit obscured because you are English classical liberals, rather than American or French ones. Hence the lack of interest in revolutions. The modern equivalent of those East India Company classical liberal guys. So, it's your choice. You can certainly keep the neo-reactionary label and turn it into something like the neo in neo-conservative where neo means pwned. But that will mean that the traditionalist conservatives and WNs keep wandering in. Or you can cut the cord and complete the fission. Anyway, at this point we should probably go our separate ways and start plotting against each other. Thanks for some enjoyable reading. If this really is a goodbye note, It's the most magnificent example I have ever seen. I'm almost tempted to say, with enemies like this, who needs allies? There are twists and intricacies to be added to this stark cartography of schism, including those the schism will make to itself. From the current perspective of outside in, which it of course suspects to be something else, the guideline to these is the complication of time through spiromorphism, or innovative restorations, which neither cycles nor simple escape trajectories can capture. These ultimately reshape everything, but they can wait, while the wound creatively festers. Fission releases energy. Perhaps ironically, Schwad has demonstrated that beyond all controversy.